What it means to me to own my own house is, something to be able, some foundation or something to be able to leave for my kids when I'm not here. Just a safe place for me and my family. And what I'm paying, instead of paying rent, I'm paying a mortgage, and I'm paying something that's going to be mine someday and not just paying somebody else.
She will have one place where all of her kids can be at one time. She will have a place where her boys are older, and so if they are like, Mom, I need somewhere to come that's safe, that's ours, that we know we're not going to be asked to leave or dependent on somebody else whether or not we can stay here. It's a safety thing for her whole family, and I know that that's one thing that Tamrah craves, is to feel safe, and she's going to be able to give that to her children. That's a really big deal.
I ended up at Hope House, going through the DHS court system, trying to get my kids back, fighting drug addiction, and didn't have nowhere to go. The town that I'm from, I went through all their shelters and got kicked out, and I came to McAllister to go to the Oaks to get into treatment, and I found a spot at the Hope House until I was able to do that. But once I got to the Hope House, I really liked it there, and it was faith-based, and the women there were real kind, and they really helped me and supported me, so I decided just to stay at the Hope House. One thing, I did not want to come to McAllister. McAllister is where my mom passed away. She overdosed in this town, and so it was a real struggle for me to come to this town and to come and get treatment, or just to be in this town altogether. I was at the Hope House. Actually, I've been to the Hope House 3 times. I was there 3 months the first time, and relapsed, took off and relapsed. I was gone for like a week, and Miss Tina let me come back, and I stayed another month and moved out and relapsed. And then after that, 2 weeks later, I went to treatment. When I came back from treatment, I came back to the Hope House. I've been sober for 3 years, 1 month, and 5 days.
Well, I've seen Tamrah grow in a lot of ways. When I first met her, she was pretty cautious, pretty closed up, afraid to trust people, and that's changed in so many ways.
When I got here, it was like all the people were real kind and real caring and helpful and supportive. I found my support here. I started going to AA. I go to Celebrate Recovery. I go to the King's House, and everybody that I know in this town has been my support.
Whether it be through her church family, through her tribe, she's surrounded herself with just some amazing women, amazing people, and she's willing to accept the help.
After I moved into the transitional house, it was kind of scary at first because COVID just hit, and I got laid off. But with financial advisors and people showing me how to pay off my debts, it's been hard, to tell my kids, well, this money, I need to pay this off. This is what I'm working towards, and this is, but it's been hard. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but I'm still grateful though for what I have. Since I've been there, I've started working at Health and Wellness. I started working at the Oaks first as a tech, and then I moved into behavioral health, PRSS, parent partner. I help people that are going through the same thing that I was going through when I first came to the Hope House. Get them into services, get them help so they can reunify back with their children.
She's helping other women at Hope House. She's helping other women in recovery. When someone comes to Hope House, they have to get very used to taking instruction and doing things maybe they don't always want to do sometimes, that actually good for them, and being willing to do the work necessary to move forward. And Tamrah's always been very willing to do that, very willing to look at herself and to work on herself and to be open to suggestions. And I think she just continues to grow in that way. I saw a strong, confident woman who was totally capable of owning her own home, of having a career, of living the life that she's always dreamed of. And I just knew that she was ready for the opportunity.
All I know is that I want to be able to help people and just to be better than I was, and to keep moving forward and to grow and not to stay stuck or to go backwards. Even just to break those generational curses off my family.
One of the things I love about this story and Tamrah's journey is all the people that came along to make it possible. First of all, it was Tamrah. I mean, no matter what anybody else did, if Tamrah wasn't willing to take those steps, then it wouldn't have happened. All along the way, everything we asked her to do, she did. And so, from the Hope House, taking her in to our shared blessings and their transitional housing, giving her the opportunity to pay off her debts, pay off her fines, be reunited with her family, get a good job and advance in that job. Habitat for Humanity stepped in and helped her with the down payment. The seller of the house is financing the note for her. Rebuilding Together is going to do some repairs on the house to increase its value, make it safer, more efficient, all that. And so it's just been the community coming together to help somebody who wanted to help themselves and who was bettering themselves. And so to see that support system make this big a difference in this family's life is really special.